Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture on cultural rights and the marginal. This lecture is a part of paper on media and margins. The present lecture will discuss the concept of culture and cultural rights. It will also deal with the correlation between the two concepts, how they evolved in India, and subsequently will enlighten with the ideas of dominant culture and marginal cultures in India. Culture is nothing but style of people in a given time and space to behave in a particular way or manage their day-to-day affairs in relation to language, food habits, worshipping, belief system, etc. Over a period of time, such beliefs, habits and practices become the culture of those who adopt them in their living patterns. These people in modern times have a complete right to safeguard their culture. At the same time, there are sections of people belonging to upper class who consider their culture as the only acceptable one and therefore consider it as the culture of country. This form of culture is called dominant culture. Those who do not follow dominant culture instead have their own culture are considered as marginal and hence their culture is also at the bottom. In the following section, we will try to understand the meaning of culture. The term culture is difficult to define since there is no universal understanding of the term. Various scholars have tried to define it in their own ways. Margaret Mead during 1930s defined the culture as the whole complex of traditional behavior which has been developed by the human race and is successively learned by each generation. This reflects the association of culture with civilization. However, later on, a need was felt to link the notions of culture with human societies in order to study how various societies differ in their cultural patterns. According to Taylor, culture can be defined as that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, law, morals, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. Ralph Linton has mentioned chief elements of any culture as the complex ideas, emotions and emotional responses, patterns of behavior, etc. Harris defined the culture in terms of socially acquired ways and styles of life of a group of people consisting of the common feelings, thoughts and actions, which are the characteristics of a society to which these people belong. Other wide-ranging elements include language, relationships, including marriage, inheritance, religious practices, art, music, technology, etc. Scholars have divided these elements as the expressions of material and immaterial forms of culture. The progress of society can be determined through various cultural forms. In this process, culture finds a divide between various subcultures and this gives rise to what is called as popular culture and high culture, representing the lower classes and upper classes respectively, as mentioned earlier. India is the land of diverse cultures. Some elements of this diversity include language, religion, living styles, region, and so on. Therefore, we can have religious diversity, regional diversity, linguistic diversity, and so on. Indian culture is thus also believed as the amalgamation of the diverse cultures. Cultural rights is comparatively a new concept. During the past, culture was taken for granted. Discourses on culture especially occurred within the context of political rights, religious freedom as well as freedom of expression. Along with the political rights, economic rights got the recognition which included right to work, leisure, social security and so on. However, defining cultural rights is equally difficult like the term culture because of the difference in these rights which keep changing from situation to situation and differ from one geographical area to another. Such differences in the cultural rights is reflected through various national legislations. However, there is also some sort of commonality in these cultural rights among various nations at a larger scale, which are well defined in various international declarations such as Universal Declaration of Human Rights, United Nations Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. During the post-independence period, Indian Constitution recognized culture as a right of citizens and therefore included cultural rights in the fundamental rights. Article 29(1) of the Constitution guarantees the right of any section of the citizens residing in any part of the country having distinct language, script or cultures of its own to conserve the same. Article 29(2) prohibits any discrimination based only on religion, race, caste, language or any of them in the matter of admission to state or state-aided educational institutions. These provisions with regard to the cultural rights were included in the Indian Constitution because culture was looked upon as something to which every citizen has a right to, and also citizens' interest in adopting certain cultures, which further enables these citizens to create their own culture. Cultural rights are often categorized as the neglected rights of people among other human rights. Cultural rights guarantees practicing one's own cultures. If people have rich cultural traditions but lack the constitutional recognition, then practicing such culture serves no purpose. Scholars have identified certain cultural variations in a given society, like we mentioned earlier, or the existence of various subcultures within one society. Prevalence of such subculture can broadly be categorized as elite culture, middle class culture, poor culture, and so on. Determining these cultures largely depends on the socio-economic status of those who own these subcultures. Therefore, this might involve struggle among various classes of people for the adoption of some specific cultures. Two views can be derived out of this: the preservation of traditional culture, which is common among all, and the coexistence of subcultures within one community. These views can best be defined in the terms of culture of ethnic minorities. The preservation of traditional culture, which has an ethnic ingredient in it, binds people of various subcultures together. This binding through the traditional culture ensures the coexistence of diverse subcultures where ethnicity coincides with the differing cultural values and expressions of various subcultures. Alongside cultural rights as fundamental right, equality and non-discrimination alike are mentioned in the fundamental rights and guaranteed by the Constitution. Various minority communities